is FIOS 1. It's 6 o'clock.
2 men were arrested and charged with boating while intoxicated near Ocean Beach in the Great South Bay early this morning. Michael Shear and his passenger Olympio Rigo were arrested. Authorities were conducting a vessel inspection when they say they found Shear intoxicated. The other passengers in the boat then told officers that Shear had switched positions with another operator when police approached. Police then spoke to the original operator, Rigo, and also arrested him for boating while intoxicated. Both men were taken to the 3rd Precinct and the boat was impounded at the Marine Bureau's base in Timber Point. Police are investigating the drowning death of a man found in Lake Ronkonkoma. Sammy Weiner was with his children at Suffolk County Park on Portion Road when he went in to retrieve a remote-controlled boat. Weiner swam out about 200 feet when he went underwater. A search and rescue team recovered the body. A 17-year-old boy walking home was fatally hit by a taxi cab in Amagansett. Jeffrey Ahn was walking with some friends to his parents' summer house when a taxi cab lost control and hit him. According to police, the driver of the cab tried to avoid Ahn, but Ahn got in the way. No criminal charges have been filed, and police are still investigating the crash. A family is in mourning today after a 4-year-old boy was killed in a car accident in Fort Salonga last night. The boy, Finn Egan, his mother and aunt were heading west on Pulaski Road when their vehicle was hit by a 2005 Honda driven by Gregory Hennig. The car then hit another vehicle. Egan was rushed to a local hospital where he died from his injuries. No one else was severely hurt in the accident.
I've heard the gentleman down the street here, 40 years living here, has been fighting for a light and has seen many accidents on this corner.
All 3 vehicles were impounded for safety checks and the investigation is continuing. Detectives are asking anyone who may have witnessed the crash to call the 4th Squad at 631-854-8452. Time now for FIOS 1's forecast on the 5s. Here's meteorologist McCall Vrydaghs. McCall, you promised a gorgeous day yesterday and you certainly delivered.
Well, good evening, Wendy. Coming up.
Anyone heading off to college who needs student loans to pay for school could be in for a big shock. In 1 week, interest rates could double unless Congress steps in. FIOS 1's Hanan Kamal has that story.
If college wasn't hard enough, it looks like soon students across the country may have to face yet another financial hurdle. If you plan on taking out a federally subsidized student loan, be warned. On July 1st, those interest rates are set to go from 3.4% to 6.8%. That's why Senator Charles Schumer is calling on Congress to approve a deal that would block that rate hike and help out the nearly hundreds of thousands of students in our region that he says will be affected. Not a good time, says this Stony Brook student, as she says things are rough enough as is.
It's going to be a lot more rough, especially with this economy, because no one can really find jobs. Right now, my housemate is having a problem paying with school, and she's ready taking out loans, and she's been ready taking off semesters off, trying to pay.
Schumer says the rate hike could mean thousands of dollars of additional interest payments added to the cost of attending college. In 2007, Congress passed the College Reduction in Access Act to cut fixed interest rates on newly subsidized Stafford loans for undergrads to 3.4% over a set period of time. That time will run out in 1 week, and interest rates will then skyrocket to 6.8% unless Congress takes action. The new rates will apply to loans taken out after July 1st, 2012. These students are saying it's possible that hike in interest rates might be enough to discourage some from attending college altogether, at a time when an education is really needed.
I think you need like a higher degree now to get more basic jobs, and you have to go to school for a lot longer, and it's going to be a lot tougher to get out of debt.
Keep in mind this rate hike is only for subsidized student loans, and the only students who qualify for these loans are the ones who meet rigorous financial need requirements, meaning they'll be even harder hit. In Hempstead, I'm Hanan Kamal, FIOS 1 News.
The College Cost Reduction and Access Act of 2007 affects students all across the country. Tonight at Citi Field, the Mets and Yankees will challenge each other for the last time this season, unless, of course, they both earn a trip to the World Series in October. The teams split the first 2 games of the series thus far, and tonight's game features a marquee pitching matchup, including one who's taken the National League by storm. FIOS 1 sports anchor Rich Barabi joining us now from Flushing with a preview. It's a great night to play ball, Rich.
Yeah, great night for a little baseball here in Flushing. And of course, you're talking about R.A. Dickey. The 37-year-old knuckleballer has gone from journeyman to superstar this season. And what a wild ride it has been. In fact, in each of his last 2 starts, Dickey has thrown a one-hit shutout. That had not happened in the last 24 years. Dickey also is 11-1 on the season. He leads the National League in wins and has an earned run average of 2.00 even. It's odd for a pitcher to find his prime nearing the age of 40, but that is exactly what Dickey has done in his 3rd season with the Mets. But Dickey will have his work cut out for him tonight against a Yankees team that continues to score its runs off the long ball. The Bombers hit 2 more homers last night against the Mets in a 4-3 Yankees win. They lead all of baseball with 110 round trippers on the season, and this year they have scored more than half of their runs via the long ball. And what about tonight's Yankees starter? It's CC Sabathia, the ace of the staff, and his 9 wins on the season. It is not often that Sabathia is overshadowed by his opponent, but because of this remarkable run of Dickey and the knuckleball, that's exactly what has happened, but it should be a great one tonight. Wendy?
So what's your pick, Rich?
Well, I think considering the way Dickey has pitched, you've got to stick with the hot hand. I mean, he's given up 2 hits in 2 starts, hasn't allowed a run, and until somebody proves that they can solve this knuckleball, I think Dickey continues to win, and that means the Mets win tonight.
All right, put some money on it. Thanks, Rich. The 3rd annual Long Island Caribbean American International Festival was held at the Harry Chapin Lakeside Theater in Eisenhower Park yesterday. The free event commemorates Caribbean Heritage Month and celebrates the 50th anniversary of Jamaica and Trinidad's independence. There was plenty of music, food, and displays from various Caribbean islands, plus a health and wellness pavilion sponsored by local hospitals was available to all. Coming up, it's a disturbing new trend that has women under attack, and police are taking steps to put a stop to it. We'll explain after the break.